Stick around, and I'll tell you why I think fat bastards like this are good for flipping. Hey, I'm the Stacking Stormtrooper. If you're new to the channel, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm a guy in a bucket talking about precious metals. So make sure you hit the subscribe button, get the bell notification clicked, and that way you get updated with any new content. When I'm looking to buy a coin, I'm actually thinking about when I'm going to sell the coin. And during my buying process, there are 6 things that I look for in particular to decide whether or not the coin is going to be a success or if it is going to be a dud. So I'm going to share those 6 things with you right now that could either make or break your profits. There's basically a lot of things out there in the market for everybody, right? You have stuff from wildlife, right, such as this whale or this morbidly obese panda, to Star Wars, to Marvel. You got horror, you've got some numismatics, you've got pirates, Greek mythology. I mean, there's really something in this hobby for just about every single person. So there are things, though, that I look for when flipping coins in particular. And I'm going to break those 6 things down for you. And hopefully this is going to help you guys when you are deciding whether or not there are coins that you should buy. And if you're thinking about speculating and flipping them for a profit. So first thing I look for, the first thing I look for, which is key, is if it is in a series. And not only if it's in a series, but if it's first in the series, okay? So let's talk about that. For example, right here, we've got the Marvel coins, okay? We've got 8 so far in the series, okay? Very popular. We've got Iron Man, Hulk, right? Black Panther, Venom, Captain America, Thor, Deadpool, and Spider-Man. Okay, this is a popular series without a doubt, right? These Marvel characters, they have been dominating the box office. They've been in comic books since, what, the 1950s, 1960s? I don't know the exact year that some of these characters have been created, but these have been around, these characters have been around for a very long time. Now, when I say first in the series, it is so crucial that if you are looking to buy a coin for flipping, that you pay attention to see if it is going to, number 1, be a part of a series, and if it is, then you're probably going to want to pick up the first in the series. This is Spider-Man. This was the first one in the series, and you know what? This thing is expensive. Last I checked, it's been going for $70, $80 on eBay. These coins, right, they started out maybe in the $20 range, right? Spot was much, much lower than what it is today. So these coins were a lot more accessible to people. But because of Spider-Man, for example, being a popular character, but for the fact that it is first in the series, this was almost like a no-brainer to get. This is a solid coin to flip. And then if you look at all the subsequent coins, right? These all have appreciated so much in value, and you really can only access a couple of them on the online bullion dealer sites now. A lot of these have been basically sold out. They're gone. So make sure that you're looking for a coin that is in a series, because people would want to collect that series, and if it's the first in the series. Holding true to that is also the Black Flag series, right? The pirate ships. You've got the Queen Anne's Revenge, the Royal Fortune. Very, very popular. Queen Anne's Revenge, though, being the first in the series, this thing is selling for $100 at least now on eBay. This thing now, the Royal Fortune, is going for around $55, $60, $65 in some cases. Just incredible at how expensive these things are now. They have appreciated tremendously in value. This has only been around since 2019. This hasn't been out very long. So being, again, first in the series, this is crucial. I actually bought a lot of these Queen Anne's Revenges. I've been cashing out on these as the spot prices continue to drop. And the other thing, too, that you want to keep in mind is every time the next item in the series drops, that is when the value of the first coin in the series is going to shoot up. So if you are thinking of collecting coins to sell them and flip them for a profit, you're going to want to make sure that you buy a bunch of the first series. That way, as the future coins drop in that series, people getting into it for the first time, they are going to want that first coin. And you know what? You're going to be the one that has it. You're going to be able to sell it and make a hefty profit. So, series, first in the series. The other thing you're going to want to look at is the subject matter. The subject matter is important because you have to think about not just what you like, right? There are a lot of coins that I purchased that I do not really like. I don't like either the design. I don't care for the subject matter. There's a bunch of things that I buy that I really don't like, but I still buy them because I know that they're going to sell. Here's an example for the subject matter being important, right? Pandas. A lot of people like the pandas. A lot of people don't. But again, the subject matter being wildlife, and being that this is a part of a series, if you want to consider it a series, this design changes year after year. The pandas are basically a really good buy. The same thing goes with like those koalas and the kookaburras. You got the Brumby, which is the first in the series, which is a newer one. This is the Brumby Australian horses. You've got the dolphins, right? This is the spinner dolphin. The first in the series was the bottlenose dolphin, right? So subject matter. You want to look at the subject. Now, again, certain wildlife coins I don't really care for very much. There was the Laotian tiger. I did not care for that design whatsoever. But being that it was a tiger, being that it was new, first in the series, people do like wildlife. They like something a little bit unique. And for those animal lovers, you know, that subject matter, they love it. That's why I bought it. Same thing with horror, right? I love horror. This is one that I gravitated towards. You know, I could have taken this series or left it, but, you know, based on the subject matter, I figured, you know what, this was also like a no-brainer that I would buy these horror coins. So you're going to want to look at the subject matter, okay? The subject matter is crucial, right? And here's the other example. You've got the Horsemen of the Apocalypse, right? These are super, super hot. I ended up buying also the 10-ounce bar, but I ended up selling it on one of the auctions. But these are really, really popular just because of the subject matter, right? The end of days, right? The apocalypse. This is really, really a wildly popular series. These go for quite a bit on the secondary market. So that is the third thing, is you want to look at the subject matter. The next thing that you're going to want to look at is the mintage. Now, the mintage is very, very important as well. Why is that important? Well, because the mintage is basically the number of coins that are being produced of that particular design. And if there is a low mintage, then the premium on those low mintage coins is going to increase. Now, yes, you're going to probably pay a higher premium on the upfront because of those lower mintage numbers, but you are also going to make sure that you're going to actually realize the profit on those margins in the end because of the low mintage. So I picked up the Zeus coin because I figured this was a good example. This coin, to me, aesthetically, I do not like this design. I don't like it very much. I don't care for it. But because of the mintage, 13,500 worldwide, I ended up buying a handful of these coins because I knew that they were going to sell. All right. So while the mintage is low on this coin, and this is going to drive the prices up on that, you look at something like a panda. These have anywhere between 2 to 250,000 minted each year. This is going to carry a smaller premium, a way smaller premium than something like the Zeus coin, right? This is a much, much smaller premium, which makes these a little bit more affordable. But if you look at the mintage being limited, that is crucial. Plus, you know, something like the Queen Anne's Revenge, again, I think it was maybe 15,000 of these minted. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong down below. I'm sure one of you would be happy to do so. But the mintage of these were also relatively low. These were also an APMEX exclusive. So that drove the premiums up on these coins, and that's what makes these a little bit more collectible. The fifth thing that I want to touch on is the aesthetics of a coin. Aesthetics is so important. If there is a coin that is god awful ugly, it might not do so well. And again, I'm going to talk about aesthetics, for example, right here, the Jurassic Park coin. The Jurassic Park coin, now, it's a popular movie. It's a popular logo. Everybody can recognize that even without the word Jurassic Park there, you would recognize that this is the Jurassic Park Tyrannosaurus Rex. But the aesthetics of this coin, in my opinion, is relatively bland. It's very, very basic. And if you want to take that step another further, right here, you see the Mandalorian coin, the Mythosaur. This is even more basic. There's really nothing going on other than the logo itself. Myself personally, I could take or leave this coin. This, to me, the Mythosaur coin was kind of like, take it or leave it. But I bought a lot of these because of the subject matter. And again, I'm going back to that subject matter thing, right? So sometimes certain coins, while they have more to be desired in the design department, sometimes based on the subject or the low mintage will make that coin more desirable. So being that this is a very popular series, The Mandalorian, and Star Wars is a global brand and is very, very popular, as you can see, this is a coin that I purchased a lot of because I know that I will be able to make my money back and some on these as time moves on. So aesthetics, that does play a role into everything. So something like, for example, this coin, which is the whale, this is a World Wildlife Series. Okay, this coin, in my opinion, the aesthetics of this coin were absolutely tremendous. Look at the level of detail on that coin. If I could get it in a little bit closer, I mean, you could see the barnacle on the whale's head there, the water just splashing. This thing to me was a no-brainer. This is beautiful, beautiful design. So I picked this coin up without any hesitation. This will be one that I will end up selling. Looking also aesthetically speaking, look at the Queen Anne's Revenge and the Royal Fortune. Beautiful, beautiful designs, right? You got that skull mountain in the background here. You got it right there again. High level of detail on the ships. If you think about those triangular Batavia coin, the Vergolde Drake, those Australian shipwreck coins, high level of detail on those designs. Some people could take or leave that coin based on the triangular shape. However, because of all the intricacies within those coins, I picked up a bunch of those. So aesthetics are crucial, right? Look at these, right? The aesthetics are just really, really important for the popularity or the sales of a particular coin. The last thing, the sixth thing that I look at when flipping coins for profit, and to me this is also very, very important, is the buzz of the coin, the hype. Here's a perfect example right here. These probably hands down are the two most hyped coins over the last 2 years. The Zeus coin and the Queen Anne's Revenge coin. Both of these coins sold out in ridiculously fast amount of time. The Queen Anne's Revenge, I think, took maybe about 5 to 7 days to sell out. The Zeus coin basically was sold out within a day. But when you're talking about the hype, right? People were talking about the Queen Anne's Revenge for a very long time. Also, that one image of the Royal Fortune was leaked. I say leaked. It was leaked and got a lot of people talking about the Royal Fortune and this Zeus coin, right? The hype, the buzz, people saying, oh my gosh, look at that coin. There's only 13,500 of those worldwide. You can only get them from these couple of websites and blah, blah, blah. So the hype is a major, major factor in basically gauging people's interest on the particular thing. These horror coins, right? They appeal to a subset group of people within the stacking community, but being that these kind of are limited mintage, Intaglio Mint, they made these, but with an open mintage, they could always make more. But, when you go on the site, usually they say, alert me when these become available. The hype on these is relatively high in terms of the sale going up and a very small amount being available, and then once they're sold, they're gone. So these are also something that are really, really cool. But anyway, so let's just review again, guys. You have the subject, first of the series, being in a series, the mintage, aesthetics, and the buzz or the hype. Those are the 6 things that I always look at when I'm buying coins to sell them. And the more of those items that a coin has, the more of those items I will probably buy. That way, because I know that it's going to do well. So like the Queen Anne's Revenge, I bought probably at least 40 of them, because it had all of those things. It had the aesthetics, the low mintage. It was going to be a part of a series. It was the first in the series. The subject matter is pirates, and there was a high level of buzz. So being that it had all of those things, it was a no-brainer to pick up quite a few of those. So anyhow, I hope this helps you. And if you have any questions, please feel free to comment down below or shoot me a message. And I just want to quickly thank these elite channel supporters, and if you haven't become a channel member, please check out the awesome perks and join today. With that, I'm the Stacking Stormtrooper. Check out these videos. Until next time, long live the Empire.